This meeting is called to order in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act. Notice of this meeting was provided to the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, the Highland Park Planet on January 8, 2025, and was posted on Borough Hall website at www.hbborough.com and on the bulletin board of Borough Hall, 221 South Fifth Avenue in Highland Park, New Jersey, and has remained continuously posted as required by law. Fire exits are to my right and left of Council Chambers. Mr. Williams, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Foster.
Here.
Councilmember George.
Here.
Councilmember Hale.
Here.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Here.
Council President Kim Cho-Han.
Here.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Here.
Councilmember Vargas.
Here.
Borough Attorney Renaud.
Here.
And Borough Administrator Hobert.
Here. Approval of minutes. May I have a motion to approve minutes as distributed October 21st, 2025, regular meeting?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho-Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Council reports. I'm going to start off with Councilmember George.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, we wish everybody in Highland Park a safe, peaceful, and enjoyable Thanksgiving holiday. I'm thankful for all of the accomplishments that the Mayor, Council, and Administration have been able to implement in Highland Park this past year, which has not been the easiest time to navigate. With regard to the police department, the food drive this morning was very successful. Pictures are going up on the department website. The department filled one of the large SUV patrol vehicles full of food for distribution. And we thank all of those who donated, especially the commercial establishments. Thanksgiving is a special time, but also a night for more caution and celebration. Can get out of hand and cause more accidents or serious injury. So this year, the Highland Park Police Department is joining with South Plainfield and Piscataway Police Departments to conduct the Goal Zero campaign with the goal of having 0 deaths, 0 injuries, and 0 crashes over the Thanksgiving evening holiday. These departments are fully committed and fully staffed with officers who will be liaisoning with each other and keeping in communication during the holiday night to monitor traffic, observe driving for any possible unsafe operations across borders, and have an increased presence on the streets throughout this contiguous area of Highland Park, South Plainfield, and Piscataway. But thank you, Lieutenant Soden, for coordinating that effort. And these 3 departments are the ones committed in Middlesex County under the state's goal of having the program established. The department also stepped up its presence and enforcement at Magnolia and South 4th to see if we can reduce traffic pressure and complaints as well as violations at that intersection, and it was very successful. Chief Abrams and Lieutenant Soden are evaluating the results of the program for possible further recommendations for traffic management. With regard to the Highland Park Library, as many of us know and participated, the library ran the One Book program featuring the Heaven and Earth grocery store through November. The events were very successful, attracted big crowds every night, from the group readings to discussions to the music of the times and culture and the collaging episode. Special thanks to Senior Librarian Nathalie Levine, who came up with the idea along with the rest of the staff, but also shouldered the organization for the event and the cooperation of library and borough volunteers. With the schedule note, however, looking at the schedule this evening, tomorrow, a good movie was proposed for the 1 o'clock special on Wednesday of the How to Train Your Dragon, the new movie. but the library also plans to close early for the holiday tomorrow and will be closed Thursday for Thanksgiving. So please check the schedule for the afternoon. With regard to the Safe Walking and Cycling Committee, at Monday's meeting, we discussed the budget and planning for the coming year, and we reviewed some of the programs we ran this year, including the bike rodeo. Lieutenant Soden filled us in on a lot of the developments out of Keep Middlesex Walking, which is also working on guidelines for e-bikes. I believe they have a program which we're going to try and get to see if we can't run them at some of the events and possibly online with regard to e-bikes for both parents and for the community. And that's my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Posoni.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Stelnick, and I chair the Health and Human Services Committee. And I have a brief report for tonight. First, with winter upon us, I just wanted to encourage everyone who hasn't yet to get their annual flu and COVID shots so we can all be as healthy as possible this holiday season. Second, I wanted to thank the Human Relations Commission alongside the Highland Park Library for all their hard work in putting together the highly successful series of events and programming around the Heaven and Earth grocery store. Third, I just wanted to thank the staff from Irving and Borough schools here in town for taking the children out for the Veterans Day Parade. It was a bitterly cold day that day, but the staff and children brought a lot of warmth for the veterans who we were honoring that day. I guess it was pretty special. Like we were starting to gather from the start of the parade, the initial ceremony portion, up by the Doughboy statue, and it was like a couple blocks away. Like the entire Bartle School was just out, and you can hear the kids just roaring, just a lot of excitement and enthusiasm. So that was really neat to see them all out. Next up, I just wanted to say that the need for food assistance is only increasing and increasing. We have wonderful partners in the Highland Park Food Pantry and HB food organizations to help provide food to those in need. I just want to encourage everyone in town who can to support them so they can continue to support our neighbors. Donation information to both organizations can be found on the Borough website, hpboro.com. And lastly, I just wanted to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. And that was all for tonight.
Thank you. Councilmember Vargas.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening. My name is Norma Iris Vargas, and I am the Council Liaison for the Arts and Recreation Department and their respective commissions. The Arts Commission has been incredibly active this fall. They successfully hosted the annual Scarecrows in Downtown contest. A well-received sign workshop as part of their Learn and Create series took place last Sunday, and the grand tiny opening of the borough's first free little art gallery, which is really adorable. This opening marks the state of the prototype initiative that will include 2 permanent installations, one in front of Main Street Highland Park on Raritan Avenue, and another one near Irving School on Woodbridge Avenue. These miniature galleries function much like the familiar little free libraries that you see around town. They will provide spaces where community members can exchange small works of art. So I encourage everyone to please visit the flagship tiny gallery located on River Road right by the Raíces Cultural Center. It's really charming and a remarkable addition to our town. I got to see it. It was really cute. Upcoming events for the Arts Commission as part of the Learn and Create series will include Coffee and Ink workshop coming up on Thursday, December 4th at 6:30 at the Highland Park Public Library. Draw yourself as a superhero on Monday, December 9th at 6:30 p.m. at the Raíces Cultural Center on River Road. Please remember to pre-register for these events. They do keep a waiting list. If you don't get to get on there the first time, then they'll contact you if they have space available. The links are available on the Arts Commission's social media pages, or you can email ac@hpboro.com for more information. Additionally, they are very busy with the upcoming annual Poetry Festival, which will take place on December 7th between 4 and 9 p.m. It will feature dozens of spoken word artists from across the region, and all are welcome. Please come out, enjoy your evening, and support this initiative. It will be taking place at Pino's. The Historical Commission just recently hosted this past Sunday a wonderful Lenape Lifeways program in honor of Indigenous History Month. It was really, really great. The event was led by Carla Messenger, a respected Lenape educator. She brought 8 tables of interactive exhibiting featuring artifacts and cultural items from her work. And she also shared her children's book, When the Shadbush Blooms, and she read it to the families and children in attendance. Additionally, the Historical Commission has purchased one of the books and will donate it to the Highland Park Library. All the participants learned about history, culture, and the traditions of the Lenape people on whose ancestral land we stand today. The event was really well attended, and we're grateful to the Arts Commission and the community for coming out to support this event. In Lenape, the word thank you is wanishi. So wanishi to Ms. Carla for sharing her knowledge and helping to keep the Lenape history and traditions alive for present and future generations, and to the Historical Commission for organizing such a meaningful program. Stay tuned to the Borough's page for photos of the event. We will be posting them there. Lastly, thank you to the Recreation Community Center and the team down there for organizing a very meaningful Veterans Day parade, which was, yes, it was very cold, but there were a lot of people came out, and I will echo what Councilman Selman said. It was really great to see the younger kids there and cheering the veterans on. And it was a really, really good event. So we appreciate that they took the time to organize that. And that concludes my report. Happy Thanksgiving.
Councilmember Hale.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. My name is Matt Hale, and I chair the Economic Development Committee. First of all, I'll say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. There's a lot to be thankful for. And just briefly, I wanted to say thank you for everybody who turned out for the recent elections. We had a great turnout in Highland Park. And I and Phil certainly appreciate being sent back to the council for another 3 years. So thank you very much. On tonight's agenda is a public hearing on our redevelopment plan for Rite Aid. And I just wanted to remind people a couple things, that the goal of this plan is to expand the various options for businesses that are allowed at Rite Aid. These include healthcare, daycare, and entertainment options that are currently not allowed. The goal is to try and help the property owner get a strong, stable tenant in the building, and we believe these options will help them do that. It's not a typical agreement in that it doesn't include any financial incentives like pilots or other tax strategies, but it does include working with the property owner to allow access from the Rite Aid parking lot to the new South Avenue Plaza. So that's up for tonight. Speaking of the South Avenue Plaza, on December 15th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Community Center, we're holding a community meeting about the South Avenue Public Plaza. After many years of planning and countless meetings with permitting officials at the state and county level, numerous stakeholders and advisory group meetings, as well as some fun public walking tours, we're excited to be able to show some visions and plans for the new home at the farmers market, but also really a new home, new park for all of Highland Park's community events and programs, and a great place to hang out. It's been a long time coming, and it's still a long time away. It's becoming a reality. But the community meeting, you'll be able to see some renderings and pictures of the new 3rd Avenue Plaza. It's very exciting stuff. So December 15th from 6:30 to 8:30, it's going to be awesome. The end of the year is always a very, very busy time for Main Street Highland Park, and this year's no exception. I hope everyone has noticed that the snowflakes are up, which is always, I think, the kickoff of the holiday season. Not as early as some grocery stores, but certainly a kickoff. They look great. One of the main reasons that Highland Park does all of the events and all of the things that they do at the end of the year is this can be a particularly difficult time for many businesses. And anything we can do to drive traffic to those businesses at the end of the year is certainly helpful. One way of doing that is purchasing an HP digital gift card for local businesses. Details can be found at mainstreethp.org. So before you go to the events that I'm about to talk to, pick up an HP Bucks digital card and shop local. Okay, so here are the events. November 29th from 4 to 8 p.m. is our annual tree lighting event. Music, vendors, food trucks, and all kinds of kids activities. Plus, the highlight of the year is a visit from the best Santa in all of New Jersey, likely the only one with a law degree. Thanks, Phil. There's also a gingerbread house contest on the 29th, and again, details at mainstreethp.org. The fun continues on Sunday, November 30th, and again on December 13th from 4 to 8 for Night Owl Markets. These are great events to stock up and augment your local purchases with all kinds of holiday gifts, arts and crafts. And again, music, fun, and kid activities. And then on December 14th, from 1 to 5 p.m., we have our annual menorah light. This is a great opportunity to come and eat as many sufganiyot as you want. And because it's Hanukkah, a time of miracles, I've been told that these amazing donuts miraculously do not increase your waistline or raise your cholesterol. They don't. So come and bring the entire family for lighting of the town menorah and kids games again and activities. That's again December 14th from 1 to 5 p.m. So with all these happy and thankful notes, I'm going to end on a somewhat of a sad one. Highland Park lost an amazing resident a short time ago. Carrie Glass was an instrumental part of the Highland Park Temple for over 40 years, and Carrie was a good friend of mine. I'll always remember the way that Carrie would raise one eyebrow and slightly purse his lips into a smile whenever I tried to claim that I was too busy to do something with him or for the temple. Never critical or chastising, but always letting you know that he knew the difference between being too busy and not wanting to. It was often enough to make you find the time. The mayor has a similar look. Carrie did everything at the temple, from leading services to teaching others to do it, creating study groups, running men's club events, and too often almost single-handedly polishing all of the tourist silver for high holidays. Carrie was a prosthesis and orthodontist. During his career, he gave hundreds, if not thousands of people the ability to walk or hold a glass. Carrie had a reputation for never being satisfied until all the glitches and tweaks, the new arm or new leg, went away. He taught people to walk, and taught people how to hold that cup of water. Carrie retired, and he was looking forward playing a lot of rounds of really bad golf. And then October 7th happened. Almost immediately, Carrie knew that with the coming war, there would be soldiers and civilians who we sadly need new arms and legs. He also knew that while Israel is one of the most technologically advanced nations in the world, they remained way behind the curve when it comes to prosthetics. There was little attention, needed less professional training in the art and craft of giving people new arms and legs. So Carrie became determined to change that. He began what would be an almost 18-month long-distance battle with the infamous Israeli bureaucracy, which sometimes we make the American bureaucracy look as efficient as Amazon. But he succeeded. In August of this year, Carrie traveled to Tel Aviv and began setting up the first professional prosthetic and orthotics program in Israel. He had interviewed and chosen the first class of the program, and everything seemed to be off and running. And then Carrie got sick. He spent some time in a Tel Aviv hospital, but was well enough to come home to Highland Park right before the high holidays. Mainly because he wanted to see his beloved wife Hillary and his daughters Rebecca and Yona, but also for his temple family. He never made it. Shortly after getting off the plane, Carrie was taken to JFK Medical Center, where every single effort was made to get it better. He seemed to get better, and then not. And finally, Carrie passed away on November 6th. He is irreplaceable, and he will be missed. There is a fund that's been set up with the Adi Israel Foundation, which can be found at adi-il.org or sent to the Adi Israel Foundation at 1416 East 7th Street, Suite 2, Brooklyn, New York, 11230. Donations should clearly say PTO/PO Master's Program in memory of Carrie Glass. If you didn't catch that, please reach out to me at the Highland Park Temple, and we'll make sure it gets to the right place. We'll miss you, Carrie. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
And in the light of our Highland Park treasure that is no longer with us, may we take a moment of silence? Thank you, Mr. Glass, for all you contribute to this borough. Councilmember Hirsch.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Councilman Hale, for that tribute. Sorry to get my name is Matthew Hirsch. I chair the Public Works and Public Utilities Committee. I hope everyone is well. It feels like a long time since we've been here. We haven't met much, and there's a lot to do, as Councilman Hale mentioned. We had holidays, we had, October and November are difficult months. And so it's good to see folks here. And I want to specifically call out members of the Environmental Commission and Trail Crew for being here for a resolution that we're going to read in a bit. But let me just get to some some regular business first. Well, speaking of the Environmental Commission, the commission will hold its regular meeting on next Wednesday, December 3rd at 8 p.m. on Zoom. Please go to www.hpboro.com for information. I feel extra pressure since the chair and vice chair and members of the Environmental Commission are watching me say this, so this is good. I like that you're here. If I mess up, let me know. Yeah, oh, I know. The Shade Tree Advisory Committee, which I'm also liaison to, meets on Wednesday, December 10th at 7:30 p.m. Also on Zoom. And again, you can find that link in the calendar section of www.hpboro.com. Just a few items. I'm not going to belabor this one, but tonight is the second reading of our ordinance on bamboo plants and curtailing the growth thereof. We talked a little bit about the invasiveness and the destruction that bamboo, when left untended to, can cause. And so I'm really excited to also join our surrounding municipalities in this effort. It really is a regional, these things always work better on a regional scale rather than just individual towns working alone. So thank you to Aaron and my council for crafting and my council colleagues for supporting. Last week was the, so a lot of us were at the League of Municipalities conference in Atlantic City last week. That's an annual conference hosted by the statewide New Jersey State League of Municipalities. And that's basically a membership advocacy organization that represents the many needs of municipalities, whether it's infrastructure needs, policy needs, equipment needs. So we go and look at the latest and greatest technology, particularly when it comes to things that I'm liaison, like road paving and garbage pickup. But one of the things that is always exciting for us is that it's an opportunity to really showcase our work as a borough, to talk about some of the innovations that we do here at the local level with other towns, and also to learn from other towns on their innovations. And one of our favorite events is the Sustainable Jersey annual luncheon, because Highland Park has a really strong track record. We have a very strong and activated green team that works very, very hard on these sustainable actions. Sustainable Jersey is a statewide institute that provides municipal guidance on environmental sustainability, stewardship, things that we can do day to day to improve our environmental practices. So things that we just kind of incorporate into our work. So we were recertified this year at the silver level. As you can imagine, there is one more tier that we are eager to get to, gold, and working really closely with Sustainable Highland Park, but also with our admin team, Terry Faubert, Jacob Callahan, and Foster. A lot of this work is done in the administrative realm. So whether it comes to purchasing, procurement, these are other, so it's not just outward environmental practices, it's really the way that we operate that can promote economic sustainability, environmental sustainability, and so forth. So this is it's a great certification because there's always a goal to chase, and there's always better to do. So we are working toward gold, and then we can finally dethrone Woodbridge Township, which is the gold standard in sustainability. But they're the only ones. We're close second. So I was excited about that. Just a quick update on a lot of folks it felt like a while since we've reported out about this, but Woodbridge Avenue obviously is still under construction, and hopefully folks who traverse that roadway daily, like I do, have kind of gotten used to the contours and the new way. And just a reminder that this is a water main replacement work that's going to take about 4 months, and this stems from Volker to the Edison Water. And you may have noticed that there were some lane shifts. From what I've noticed and from what I hear from our public safety lieutenant said, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like it's been pretty smooth over there. I'm sure that there have been individual incidents, but please take note of the lane shifts there. Please watch your sight lines, particularly during the morning. Irving School is right there, and there are very few crosswalks on Woodbridge Avenue, as you know. So folks often don't have a place to cross the street except at 11th and 6th, and then way further up. So you do see a lot of mid-block crossings there, so please be mindful of that. After the replacement of this main work, the project's going to transition into roadway reconstruction in 2026. And this will include new curbs, sidewalks, stormwater drainage, and repaving of the project area. So a lot of exciting things going on Woodbridge Avenue. And that's just the road stuff. I mean, if you've been hearing if you've been listening to Councilman Hale on the work of the neighborhood preservation program, there's a lot of activity and energy being focused along Woodbridge Avenue, and so it's an exciting time. I just wanted to thank Councilwoman Vargas and the organizers of the Highland Park Arts Commission Poetry Festival. I somehow ended up being one of the judges at this thing. As I'm really excited about that. I'm a English major, and I'm gonna put it to good use here. And I am joining Nicole Gonzalez, who's a Middlesex County professor and former Arts Commission member, Karen Jazarski, who's the children's librarian at Highland Park Public Library, and Francisco Gonzalez, who's the director and co-founder of Race's Cultural Center in New Brunswick. So I'll be serving with some very seasoned and probably well-versed folks in the poetry and arts. So please bear with me. But that's on December 6th, 7th. I'm sorry, I had that written down. That's December 7th at Pino. So thanks for having me. That is my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Member, Council President Kim Johnson.
Sure, thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. My name is Stephanie Kim Chohan, and I chair Finance. I want to briefly zoom out to the state level. Recent reportings show that New Jersey is seeing stronger than expected income and sales tax collection so far this fiscal year. So that's encouraging for the overall economic picture. As we think about state aid and the border environment that we're currently operating in. And for us in Highland Park, that means we will continue to approach our budget with cautious responsibility, doing our best to protect taxpayers while still investing in the services, infrastructure, and programs that our residents rely on. From the Finance Committee perspective, I want to highlight a few key items on tonight's agenda that speak directly to that budget stewardship. First item is our lead service line inventory payment. This continues our state mandate work to identify and verify lead service lines in our water system, keeping us compliant and protecting public health. Municipal Alliance strategic plan, bringing in grant dollars instead of relying solely on local property taxes. The PSC&G Energy Efficiency Partnership, this positions us to reduce long-term energy costs through efficiently upgrades. Again, leveraging external programs and incentives. Lastly, is our bill list, which is often on there in budget transfers, paying, which is very small and part of one of the many things that we do, but paying our obligations on time and making internal transfers so we can close out the year cleanly without new spending. And since we're heading into the holiday season, I want to close with a reflection on something that's part of our community values. And so this is a time when many of us slow down, reflect on what we're grateful for, and think about how we can support neighbors who may be having a tougher year. If you're able to give this season, consider choosing one or two local organizations, like our food pantry that was mentioned multiple times here tonight, or other community nonprofits. Also, thank you to my colleagues, our staff, and all of our residents for everything you do for Highland Park. I hope everyone has a safe, peaceful, and very happy Thanksgiving. And that's my report.
Our administrator report.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted one clarification, if I might. I thank Councilwoman Hale for mentioning our community meeting on South Third Avenue Plaza. I just wanted to, the date was correct, Monday, December 15th, 6:30 to 8:30, but we're actually going to be in this room in council chambers, not at the community center. Just wanted to make sure folks knew where to go.
My apologies.
No worries, but thank you. We usually do meet there, but we had a scheduling conflict. So we'll be meeting in here, and pleased to host our design team, Arterial, to kind of show off the final concept plan. That's all I have. Thank you.
For attorney report.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. So first, I just want to go through my standard, the public portions coming up, and just sort of explain to everyone what that process looks like. Members of the public are given 3 different opportunities to speak on the agenda. The first one is for 3 minutes, and it is on any item on the agenda, so any resolution, any ordinance on first reading. At the end of the agenda, you'll notice a second section for public participation that grants you another opportunity to come in and address the council on any subject that you would like, whether it's on the agenda or not. And then tonight, we have 2 ordinances on second reading, so you'll be given an opportunity to speak on every one of those ordinances. They're not back and forth, and I just don't want to put forward, have an expectation that it's a back and forth conversation. You'll have your time, you'll be able to go address the council with whatever your thoughts were, and then we would ask that you sit and then allow the next person to come up and do the same. Secondly, as we talk about the ordinances that are on second reading, and as was mentioned earlier, we have the ordinance which specifically addresses bamboo. And there were a couple questions after the last meeting about the authority of the municipality to pass such a resolution, or excuse me, an ordinance, and I just wanted to address that for the public. So municipalities in New Jersey are empowered what's called police powers granted by the state. And it gives them the ability to adopt an ordinance that protects the public's health, safety, and the general welfare. The state then expands a little bit further and specifically has statutes that allow us to regulate vegetative nuisances on private properties. Bamboo, as many of you are familiar with, is once it's established in the ground, sort of goes wherever it wants to go. So what happens is that it doesn't really respect the boundaries that we put arbitrarily, saying that this is my property versus your property. It doesn't respect utility lines, it doesn't respect fences, it doesn't respect foundations, and it can damage those items. Because of that, under these statutes, many municipalities, Highland Park included, have taken the action of adding restrictions into their ordinance that prevent the spread of bamboo from one established property to the next. And that is the intention of this ordinance. I hope that kind of clarifies. I don't want to give you all a full law school class here, but I hope that sort of clarifies where the municipality's ability to enact this ordinance comes from. And just to close, I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. Thank you.
Now it's time for my report, and I have been reporting since this year, well, actually since last year, the update that's coming on Upper Raritan from the DOT. Well, I reached back out to them because we reached out to them in the late summer to see if we're going to be on time with the updates that they promised that they were going to do, such as the road diet, the painting, and traffic signals and what have you. And they told me, yeah, it's going to happen. Well, here it is. They said the fall. We're in the fall, we're in November, almost looking at December, and still nothing. So we did another follow-up to see what is the update, when are we going to see activities on the avenue? And I just want to report out again that we promised we'll see something next month. I will be staying on top of them to make sure that Upper Raritan, road diet, and common devices that will go in place. So I will keep you posted as soon as I have more information to share. I will share. Hopefully we'll see some activities done as it pertains to traffic calming on Upper Raritan. Just want to keep you in the loop. Yesterday, I attended the seniors luncheon, and they had their Thanksgiving luncheon at the community center. It was a lot of fun. A lot of dancing, a lot of merriment, a lot of good food. So look out on Facebook. You'll see a lot of pictures and videos from the event yesterday. It was spectacular, and they were very happy. And I was happy to be there to celebrate Thanksgiving with them. Speaking of seniors, this year makes it our 23rd year of celebrating our senior prom. We started this many, many years ago, and this year we celebrated 23 years. And with that, we were featured in the League of Municipality magazine. It's reminded me because Councilmember Hirsch spoke about the league, and it reminded me that yes, we are prominently featured in the magazine for having this event, and other towns are looking forward to copy the idea because they think it's such a great idea that we acknowledge seniors and we do something special for them. And I was really proud to see that featured in the magazine. Last but not least, I just want to wish everyone a happy and safe Thanksgiving. And as my council president says, we are all grateful and we have gratitude. And if we have that we can provide for others, please do so, especially in this season. Thank you. Okay. And now it's time for public participation. 21 minutes total, 3 minutes per speaker, limited to items on this agenda. Comments from members of the public attending in person will be heard first, followed by those on Zoom. You wish to speak, please come to the microphone and state your name and address. Terry, anyone on Zoom?
Oh, sorry, Mayor. Yes, we have 4 attendees on Zoom, but no hands up.
Okay, seeing none, may I have a motion to close public participation?
So moved. Second.
Roll call. Councilmember George?
Sorry,
Hold on. Go ahead.
You want me
my
to
apologies.
speak?
I do want to speak.
Is it on the agenda?
It's on the agenda. Yes.
I'll withdraw the motion, Mayor.
Okay, motion. I have a motion to withdraw the
Yeah, my apologies.
one second,
No worries.
motion,
So moved.
second. Oh, it was first and it was seconding. Thank you. Please address, name and
Okay,
address.
all right, so, thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. I just wanted to talk regarding, bamboo, and first I do have an statement of opposition. I was, listening
Could
to
you
what.
pick up the mic, turn the microphone up to you? Thank you.
Yes, so can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so I was listening to what the board of lawyers was saying, and I understand that maybe restrictions are necessary to contain. I would like to see those restrictions to be very qualified rather than generalized to no planting of bamboo. So I have prepared an statement that I'm gonna go ahead and read. So thank you again for the opportunity to do so. So I do want to say that this ordinance represents a significant overreach, and as I was saying before, I do believe that it's unnecessary, an invasion of privacy, and it needs it needs to be qualified. It needs to have some way of allowing the residents to be able to plant for religious reasons, but also for crafting reasons, because that's why I really plant the bamboo on my property, because I enjoy it for planting or for gardening. So the proposed regulations, which dictates what residents can plant and how they must contain existing flora on their own property land, sets a really bad precedent. Furthermore, I would like to say that just calling bamboo an invasive species is really something that is on with a lack of with lack of cultural competence, because it's very much appreciated in a lot of cultures where it's not even considered a secret plant. So I would also like to bring to your attention the mere use of words, calling it invasive. Yes, I agree that it grows vigorous in a very vigorous way, but it doesn't necessarily mean that is not beneficial, because it has many beneficial purposes, which I would like to highlight for all of you. Okay, so some of the positive uses of bamboo in gardening are natural screening and privacy, erosion control, The VRS fraud system
30
actually permits sustainable as a sustainable building material. It improves when the leaf drops on the floor. It creates a rich and mineral mulch that is beneficial for people that garden, and is also cultural and culinary value. It has cultural and culinary value for many residents, including my family. Bamboo shoots are valued culinary ingredients, and the plant itself is essential for cultural practices and traditional craft offering than just ornamental purposes. Okay, so again, thank you so much, and I do want you to consider, rather than having a broad ordinance, to qualify the ordinance to allow the residents that do plant bamboo for the reasons that I stated before to have the space to do so. Thank you.
May I have your name and address, please?
Yes, Jocelyn Danielle.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone on Zoom, Terry?
No hands up, Mayor.
Okay. Now it's time to close our public participation. May I have a motion to close public participation?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Borough Attorney, could you clarify that it states that it's if the bamboo is going onto somebody's property, that's what our major concern is?
Yes, and just to clarify, so for the individuals such as yourself who already have bamboo planted, the ordinance doesn't require you to remove your bamboo immediately. It only would take action against bamboo that currently is in existence if that bamboo is found to have been encroaching into the properties that are next to yours. And what we would encourage, and part of what the ordinance says, is that if you're going to have it there, you should take the preemptive steps to ensure that it doesn't go. It's a barrier that can go around the fence line or around the area that you planted bamboo to prevent the root system from spreading out into the other properties. It does not immediately require the removal of bamboo unless that happens. For new planting, that's a different scenario altogether. If the bamboo is not currently planted and the ordinance is to pass, no new bamboo can be planted in ground. It doesn't stop you from planting it in planters and things along those lines. It doesn't stop you from using it for aesthetic reasons. It just prevents you from planting new growth bamboo into your property at that time. Is that clarified?
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, now we're going to move on to ordinance second reading. Clerk, can you please report on ordinance number 25-2117?
Ordinance adopting the redevelopment plan entitled 330-334 Raritan Avenue redevelopment plan pursuant to NJSA 40A:12A-1 at SEC has been duly advertised for consideration of passage on final reading by title, and affidavits of publication are on file.
Okay, and now it's time for public hearing on this ordinance. If you wish to speak on this ordinance, please come up to the microphone and announce yourselves, name and address. Anyone on Zoom, if you're interested in speaking on this, please raise your hand. Anyone on Zoom, Terry?
No, ma'am.
See none. May I have a motion to close public participation on ordinance number 25-2117?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 25-2117?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Ordinance, clerk, can you please report on ordinance number 2118?
Ordinance amending chapter 303 of the Borough of Highland Park Code entitled Property Maintenance to include Article 5 entitled Bamboo Plants has been duly advertised for consideration of passage on final reading by title, and affidavits of publication are on file.
And now it's time for public hearing. Anyone wish to speak on this ordinance may do so at this time. Come to the microphone, address yourself. Anyone on Zoom, please do so by raising up their hands. Carrie?
No hands up, Mayor.
Okay. Seeing none, may I have a motion to close public hearing on 25-2118?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 25-2118?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes, and I just want to thank you for the feedback. This is obviously we'll monitor this moving forward, but this is an important ordinance that really protects our properties and protects protects our assets from what we see with bamboo is often adjacent properties really being damaged by unkept bamboo. So this is a good guardrail, and I'm specifically addressing your comments. This is a good guardrail, and we will monitor its progress as we move forward. But appreciate your coming and speaking out. So that's a yes. Thank you, and I want to thank the Environmental Commission as well for investigating this and rising it to the top.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
And now we move to our consent agenda. I ask a member of the council if there's any items on the consent agenda they would like to pull for a separate reading.
With Mayor's permission, I'd like to remove item 12H, the resolution for Steve Barnes for separate reading and consideration.
Me,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. May I have a motion to adopt the following consent agenda items, 12A to 12M with a minus of 12H.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George,
Yes.
Councilmember Hale,
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch,
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han,
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik,
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
And now I'm going to ask Councilmember George to report on 12H.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to thank the members of the Environmental Commission for the Meadows Trail. I'm sorry.
Councilmember, could you please speak more into the microphone?
I'm sorry, thank you. I'd like to thank the members of the Environmental Commission, the Meadows Trail group that are here. I know you all enjoy your company sometimes. And I've enjoyed the meetings over the last 10, 12 years, meeting with you and also working with Steve. Talk tonight about the platform. I remember working on that and sort of stretching the rules to get benches out there, shall we say. But I'd like to read the resolution which has been prepared with the help of Meadows Trail and the Environmental Commission. Whereas Steve Barnes has been a longtime resident of Highland Park, and whereas Steve Barnes served in the New Jersey Department of Labor, helping disabled people find jobs. And whereas Steve Barnes was a committed environmentalist and worked for the Rahway River Watershed Association and the Meadows Land Association, doing mitigation work and educating the public on invasive species and improving the native environment. And whereas Steve Barnes was appointed to the Highland Park Environmental Commission in 2007, and whereas at one of Steve's first meetings of the Environmental Commission, he learned about a grant which the Borough of Highland Park had received from the National Trails Grant Program for $4,000 for a 4-year duration for the management of the Meadows Trail, and which had only 6 months to go before it ended. Steve found that none of the money had been spent and that no construction had occurred. Steve took over the project, recruited volunteers, which became the Meadows Trail team. In those 6 months, he built 2 boardwalks, a signboard, widened the trail to meet trail standards, and submitted the required final report on time. And whereas over the years, Steve Barnes led the Meadows Trail volunteers in creating additional trails, and with the second National Trails Grant, the whole trail was widened, removal of invasives was continued, and Steve designed the observation deck, which he and the volunteers constructed. And whereas, under Steve's leadership, an additional 3 grants were obtained to improve the meadows, and Steve negotiated the use of an old John Deere vehicle from Middlesex County, which helped get construction materials and equipment in and out of the meadows. And whereas, due to poor health, Steve stopped working in the meadows, but continued devoting his time as an advisor on new construction and removal of invasives in 2013. And whereas, under Steve's leadership, dedication, and knowledge, he had recruited a fine second generation of volunteers, which are carrying on his work with Craig Ambrose taking over the lead. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Highland Park, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, that Steve Barnes be and hereby is recognized for his dedication to the preservation of the meadows and the Meadows Trail as a scenic sanctuary and learning place for residents of Highland Park, for his years of service in organizing and obtaining funding for the ongoing maintenance and improvement of the Meadows Trail, and his service on the Highland Park Environmental Commission, and that the mayor and council of the Borough of Highland Park hereby designate the Meadows Trail as the Steve Barnes Meadows Trail in recognition of his service. I certainly do.
Another Highland Park treasure, but an environmentalist Highland Park treasure that gives us all a place to sit and reflect, especially as we walk through the Meadows Trail, which I often enjoy doing. And it's a little oasis in an oasis of Highland Park. It's a nice place to get away when you want to think and away from the maddening crowd. So thank you, the Meadows crew, for all that you do, and thanks, Steve, for pushing through. Alrighty. And now we're gonna, got all excited. We have a motion to approve the motion.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
I think just as a quick side note, that one thing that Steve knew and Meadows Trail knows is that the Meadows Trail is one of the first legacy landfill reclamation projects in New Jersey. Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Enthusiastic, yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Okay. Resolution requiring a separate reading. May I have a motion to adopt resolution 1125-255? But resolution to approve budget transfer?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
And then we have a municipal alliance appointee, and it's Barry Patek, resident member. May I have a motion to confirm?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
And now it's time for our second public participation, subject to conclude at 9 p.m. Comments from members of the public attending in person will be heard first, followed by those on Zoom. And you can comment on anything at this time. Anyone on Zoom?
No hands up, Mayor. Thanks.
Seeing none, may I have a motion to close public participation?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember George.
Yes.
Councilmember Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Hirsch.
Yes.
Council President Kim Cho Han.
Yes.
Councilmember Pistonik.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
And may I have a motion to adjourn? And happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Happy Thanksgiving. See you December
Thanksgiving,
2nd.
everyone.